sudden, Kenny Watson, who was held in check throughout the first half. A 20-yard gain and a 17-yard gain. First and 10. Watson again. Watson spinning through a tackle. Watson to the 30. Watson to the 20-yard line. What a run by Watson. 23 yards on the carry by Watson. And that will put him over the 100-yard mark. Kenny Watson with 103 yards in the game. And he's picked them up primarily on the last three plays, 20, 17, and 23. First and 10 at the 20. Harrisburg trailing by 6, trying to go in for the lead. Watson again. Watson across the 15-yard line.
Watson on the carry, brought down by
all of a sudden, out of nowhere, Kenny Watson, who was being held in check through the entire first half, has started to get loose, and the Harrisburg offense has come alive. The ball at the 15-yard line, 2nd and 5. Wallace goes in motion to the right. Wadley to throw. Can't find anybody. And Spoljarek will bring him down at the 17, but there is a penalty marker down, and this might be another hold against Harrisburg. It is. Holding against Harrisburg. The play lost a couple of yards. And the marker is down at the 22-yard line, so the penalty will be walked off from there. We'll move it back to the 33-yard line. 18 yards, in effect, the result of the penalty. Penalties now against Harrisburg in the ball game. And it will be a 2nd down and 23. Wallace goes in motion. They swing it out in the flats to Kyle Pitts, and Spencer Waters has him and hangs on for dear life and drops him for a loss of a yard or two. So it'll be 3rd and 24. Third and 24 for Harrisburg. They've got to get all the way to the 10. They send 2 wides to the right, 2 to the left, 1 to the right. Swing it out in the flat, and now the pass back this way, and it's incomplete. And there is a penalty marker down again. They threw it out in the flat to Kyle Pitts. It was a lateral, and then he threw deep to Sherrod Wallace, but there is a marker down. Procedure against Harrisburg. Well, if you take the penalty, it moves it back 5 more and would make it 3rd and 29. If you decline it, it would be 4th and 24. And they will refuse it. So 4th and 24. And with the ball at the McDevitt 34-yard line, Harrisburg obviously will go for it. They send 1 wide receiver to the left, 2 to the right. Fumble. And Watson now will take off with it. And Watson will get only the 26, and the ball will go over on down. So that was a case where they were going to try that quick kick again, as Watson lined up deep behind the quarterback, Wadley. Wadley pitched it back to him, but Watson fumbled the pitch back. And as a result, Harrisburg, instead of quick kicking, Watson had to run it and they give up the ball And McDevitt will take over at his own 27-yard line. 1:34 remaining in the third. It's 6-0 McDevitt. Big hole for Mealy. And Mealy out across to the 32-yard line. So a gain of 4 yards on the play for Tommy Mealy. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Dave McKenzie replaces Brian Funk in the McDevitt lineup.
2nd and 6 for McDevitt. They split Nelson to the left, McKenzie to the right. Scott on the stop and go for McKenzie, and it's too long, incomplete. Ran a little stop and go with McKenzie and threw it out too far for him. So it'll be 3rd down and 7.
Third and 6, the ball on the 32-yard line.
Under a minute remaining to play in the third quarter. 3rd and 7. Harrisburg showing blitz. Scott looking for Nelson on the out, and it's incomplete. Covered on the play by Chris O'Bannon. So it'll be 4th and 7. Understand we're having a little bit of a problem with my microphone. So hang on with us. We'll try and get it back up to its full volume here between quarter. Mike Eisman dependent on 4th down. And he kicks it towards the sideline and it goes out of bounds. Short punt. Going out of bounds at the 47. So Harrisburg will get the ball back as I switch microphones here for a minute at their own 46-yard line. 32 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. And Harrisburg down by 6 points will start 1st and 10 from its own 46-yard line. On that last series, Kenny Watson, who had been held in check throughout most of the ball game, exploded for over 70 yards. Wadley looking on the stop and go for Pitts. And the pass for Cal Pitts broken up by Chance Carter. Excellent coverage on the play by Chance Carter. So Quincy Wadley now on the afternoon has completed 5 out of 13 passes. And it'll be 2nd and 10 for the Cougars. Incomplete pass stopping the clock. 25 seconds remaining to play in the third quarter. The shower that we had a few moments ago has stopped, so once again we're dry. Pitt splits to the left. Wallace in the slot to the left. They send Lester to the right. Good protection. Wadley rifling it over to the middle of the tight end, and it's complete. And Walters is down inside the 20, and Walters is down to the 15-yard line. Armand Walters, the tight end, making the catch. And gains 31 yards on the play down to the 15-yard line. Harrisburg may be able to get off one more play, down to 6 seconds. The ball at the 15-yard line. They do get the play off, and Watson is stuck by Spoljarek. And will get only a yard or so, and that will end the third quarter. 3 quarters complete here at McDevitt. The Crusaders lead at 6-0, but Harrisburg is driving. Deepest Harrisburg penetration of the ball game. They send trips to the left. Watson. Watson with some running room is to the 10 and bounced out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Chance Carter coming up to take him out of bounds. We'll leave him about 4 short of the first down. So it'll be 3rd and 4 for the Cougars. 3rd and 4, the ball at the 9-yard line of Bishop McDevitt. Watson gets the toss again, and Watson will not get the first down. Steve Spoljaric making the initial contact. Mike Eisman and Chance Carter coming out to help out. The play will gain only a yard, and now Harrisburg 0-7 on 3rd downs, and they're going to have to go on 4th. 4th and 5, the ball at the 9-yard line. Cougars have not converted on 3rd. They're 0 for 1 on 4th. They're going to go on 4th this time. They split Pitts to the right, Lester to the right. Wallace wing to the left. 4th and 5. This could be the whole ball game right here. Wadley under pressure, and he's sacked by Eisman. Mike Eisman making the sack. Mike Eisman, 6 foot, 180-pound sophomore, coming in from his linebacker position, sacks him, and the ball will go over on downs. So Harrisburg gets to the 9, and that is all they get. And McDevitt will take over at their 19. Mealy with a little bit of a hole over the right side, but coming up quickly to close it for Harrisburg was Buster Elam and Elijah Long. Looked like it was going to be a good hole when the play started, but it closed up right away, and the play gained only about 2. Second and 8 for the Crusaders. They split Nelson to the left. Scott's going to have to hurry, and now Ford Chapman's going to ask for a timeout. Some confusion on the part of McDevitt. So Ford will take a timeout. 10:07 remaining to play in the 3rd quarter. It's 6-0 in favor of McDevitt. Here at Bishop McDevitt High School, and the undefeated Bishop McDevitt Crusaders clinging to a 6-0 lead over the once beaten Harrisburg Cougars. Harrisburg got to the 9-yard line but could not score. And now Bishop McDevitt trying to move the ball out and take some time off of that 4th quarter clock. Maybe get an insurance touchdown if they can. They've got it 2nd and 8, the ball at their own 21. Mealy. And Mealy gets close to the 25, but not much there, just maybe 2 yards on the play. 3 or 4 Harrisburg tacklers pushing him backwards. Elijah Long and Jason Rawls making the tackle. So it'll be 3rd and 5. McDevitt 6 out of 10 on 3rd down conversions. They've got a 3rd and 5. They started out 5 out of 5 though, so Harrisburg's done a good job since. Fake the draw. Scott's got Nelson, and Nelson's got the ball at the 45-yard line. 1st down, McDevitt. Jordan Scott showing good patience, waited for Nelson to come open, and Nelson did. And Nelson makes the catch. Out at the 47-yard line, a pickup at 23. And we've got a player shaken up over here on this side, a Harrisburg player shaken up on the sideline. So that will stop the clock with 9:17 remaining to play in the ball game. McDevitt leading at 6-0. Chris O'Bannon, the injured Harrisburg player, is okay as he jogs off the field under his own power. Well, the last possession was the crucial possession for the Harrisburg offense and the McDevitt defense, and McDevitt was equal to the task. Now a crucial possession for the McDevitt offense and the Harrisburg defense. Harrisburg has got to stop McDevitt from scoring this time. Rakai Nelson flanks to the left. And they run it again with Mealy, and Mealy across the midfield stripe is in Harrisburg territory at the 49-yard line, but there is a penalty marker down in the McDevitt backfield. And that would probably indicate a procedure call against McDevitt. McDevitt's been penalized only 2 times for 23 yards so far today, but this looks like it's going to be 5 more. So the 5-yard walk-off for illegal procedure moves it back to the 42. But McDevitt will get the down over. Don't know that I want to give too many downs over to Bishop McDevitt with the kind of explosive offense that they can run. They split Nelson to the left, stay in the I. Mealy one more time, and Mealy not having anywhere to go. Barry Daniels making the stop. And Mealy just getting back to the line of scrimmage. For Chapman going a little conservative here in the 4th quarter. Going with only one wide receiver, Nelson. They run out of the I. Kevin Mitchell is the up back in front of Mealy. Mealy again. Mealy fumbles, and Harrisburg's got it. Sherrod Wallace recovers, and Sherrod Wallace takes it to the 30-yard line. The second turnover of the ball game by Bishop McDevitt as Tommy Mealy coughed it up, and Sherrod Wallace scoops it up and takes it to the 30-yard line of McDevitt. So it is Harrisburg now in McDevitt territory at the 30-yard line. Can the Cougars finally punch one in? Kenny Watson. And Watson gets to the 24-yard line before being brought down by Scott Updike. So the gain on the play for Kenny Watson, 6 yards. Will bring up a 2nd and 4. Watson 83 yards in the second half of this ball game alone. 2nd and 4 at the 24. Watson again. And this time Watson runs into the grasp of Todd Mealy and will get only a yard or so. They'll give him the 22-yard line. It'll be 3rd and a long 1. 7 minutes exactly remaining to play in the ball game. They send 2 wideouts to the left, 1 to the right. Single setback, of course, is Watson. And Wadley's going to throw for it. And the pass, incomplete. Complete, they're going to give him the catch. It looked like he took it out of bounds, but they're going to give him the catch at the 9-yard line. Armand Waters was bobbling it and somehow managed to bring it in before going out of bounds. 13 yards on the play, Harrisburg, first down at the 9. So it's 1st and goal for the Cougars. The ball just inside the 10 of McDevitt. What a catch by Walters as he juggled it and managed to keep his feet in bounds. Watson to the 5, to the 2, and down close to the 1. Kenny Watson has taken over this football game in the second half. Bishop McDevitt shut him down cold in the first half, held him to only 36 yards, but in the second half it has been all Kenny Watson. 30 carries, 136 yards in the game, or in the second half. 5:50 remaining in the ball game. Wadley on the sneak, and Wadley is in for the touchdown. So now it comes to the extra point. McDevitt missed their extra point earlier, Harrisburg needs to make this one to take the lead. Damon Jenkins is the kicker, high snap. And somehow or another they get it through, but there is a marker down. There is a marker down. But it looks like the kick is going to be good. Roughing the kicker, the kick is good. What a kick by Jenkins. Somehow or another they managed to get the spot down, and Jenkins put it through, and Harrisburg leads it 7-6. 5:45 remaining in the ballgame. Marcus Harvey will kick it into the end zone, and McDevitt will have to start at its own 20. They won't get a return. Well, last year it was a fourth quarter field goal that gave McDevitt a 10-7 win. Can the Crusaders get another one and win 9-7? We'll know in 5 minutes and 45 seconds. McKenzie splits right, Nelson to the left. Rolling is Scott. And the pass incomplete, intended for McKenzie. Jordan Scott, 6 out of 18 in the ball game. Excuse me, 6 out of 19. Harrisburg's defense has done a tremendous job holding McDevitt's offense in check, especially in the second half. 2nd and 10. McKenzie and Nelson split right. Scott. And the pass incomplete, knocked away by Sherrod Wallace, was intended for McKenzie. Sherrod Wallace, only a sophomore. What a ball game he's playing. 5'8", 165-pounder. Had the big fumble recovery that set up the Harrisburg touchdown. And it'll be 3rd and 10. Standing room only crowd, and they're loving this one. Everybody on their feet now. 3rd and 10 for McDevitt. Scott in trouble, gets it away, and McKenzie's got it, and that'll be a first down. What a clutch throw by Jordan Scott, as John Doyle was all over him, but somehow he managed to get rid of it and found Dave McKenzie for the completion. 13 yards and a McDevitt first down. So the McDevitt drive stays alive. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. Nelson splits to the left. Rahasic in it. Wide receiver to the right. That's Rahasic going in motion. And a penalty marker down as they run the draw to Spencer Waters, but it gets nothing, and there is a flag down. And Harrisburg is pointing back at McDevitt. Procedure the call against the Crusaders. So they'll move the ball back 5 yards, put it down at the 27-yard line, and it'll be 1st and 15. They send trips to the left, 2 wideouts to the right. Scott on a short drop. In trouble, and tripped up back at the 25-yard line. Elijah Long, how many times have we called his name today? Making the tackle. So the play will lose back to the 26. It'll be 2nd and 18. Got a little bit of sunlight coming out here for just a moment. 4:40 remaining in the ball game. 2nd and 18 Crusaders. 3 wides to the left, 2 to the right. Scott again in trouble, gets away from Doyle, but cannot get away from Marcus Harvey. So another sack. Moves it back to the 23-yard line. And McDevitt now in real trouble, will be faced with a 3rd and 20. Clock running, 4 minutes remaining in the ball game. Scott looking quickly for McKenzie, and McKenzie's got it, but it's still going to be short of the first down. McKenzie making the catch at the 35, and that's still going to be 8 short of the first down. So now what will McDevitt do? They've got it 4th down at their own 35-yard line, and McDevitt is going to take a timeout. Let's stay right here. 4th down, 8 yards to go for the Bishop McDevitt Crusaders. They have 1 timeout remaining. There's 3:51 remaining to play in the ball game. If they punt the football away, there's always the chance that they would never get it back. Or if they would get it back, they would be down by a touchdown with only 1 timeout, or 2 touchdowns. Well, touchdown, and they're down 1 now, so they could be down by 8 points. And with only 1 timeout remaining. So in all probability, I'd say go for it. Problem is, though, you got 8 yards to pick up. It's 4th down, and if you don't make it, Harrisburg gets the ball back, and you're in real trouble, especially with a short field to work with, and especially the way Kenny Watson has been running the football here in the second half for Harrisburg. McDevitt is 0 for 2 on 4th down conversion attempts so far in this ball game. For Chapman out there talking to his team. I don't think he has any choice but to go for it here. The Cougars switched uniforms at halftime, and they have been a different team in the second half, especially Kenny Watson. And that defensive front that is putting so much pressure on Jordan Scott. McDevitt will go. They send trips left, 2 to the right, including Nelson and McKenzie. 4th and 8. The ball game could hang on this play. Scott in trouble, gets it away to Nelson, and Nelson's got the first down. Nelson just getting the first down at the 45-yard line. So McDevitt remains alive. First down at its own 45, 3:45 remaining in the game. McDevitt 1 timeout remaining, Harrisburg 3 timeouts remaining. What a football game this has been.